Hey people, um, I've been thinking about this. It's been something that's been floating around for a while, but I've done videos similar to this, but I haven't discussed this specific topic, and that is married couples finding BDSM. More specifically, one partner finding BDSM. Um, Recently, I've been talking to someone who is in that exact situation. She married, loves the guy, blah blah blah, but then discovered the lifestyle and found out that she is a submissive. She is a slave. She really is a slave, but she doesn't really know that. She's a masochist, but a submissive masochist, but really what she really wants to be is a slave, but even though she doesn't really know that yet. The thing about it is that just like in this situation, and I've run into multiple times, is the other partner isn't as into it as you are. I discussed this in the videos I did about the couple who were interested in life, in getting into the life, and I warned them very clearly that one of the things that might happen is that you're going to get involved, and one of you is going to like it more than the other. This happens a lot in marriages where BDSM is introduced. Sometimes it's just kink. I mean, you can go into, Spencer's, or, you know, you can find it on, hundreds of sites, and you find little basic kinky, bondage kits, and, tying up with, ties, and, I mean, little spanking. I mean, little kinky, role play stuff. That's all normal, healthy. Ask any sexual psychologist; they'll tell you that's normal, you know, healthy adult sexual activity. But it's when it goes beyond that we get into some of the danger areas. The person that I'm talking to, and I ask her not to out herself here. Well, please don't. I told her that basically, I hate to say this, but her marriage is pretty much over. And this is something that's gonna have this has happened repeatedly, where the man finds out that he's a dominant, but the wife isn't into it. Well, that's gonna destroy the relationship. Or the man finds that he's submissive, and the wife thinks he's a pussy, and just can't deal with it and wants out. Um, or the woman finds out that she's really dominant, and sometimes that works, where because the man will just fall over, blah blah blah. But especially when it's a woman who finds out that they are submissive, this is where the danger starts, because it's most men have no clue how to handle a submissive woman. They are raised in a society that says women are equal. Women are not to be treated any less. But yet you have a woman who wants you to grab her by her hair, throw, put her to her knees and say, "Suck my cock, bitch." That simple thing is something that is out of reach for most men. They just simply can't grasp that idea. They kind of freeze up at the idea of doing this. Now, the thing about it is that This is what the person wants. And if you can't do it, after a while, they're going to move on. They're going to go get it somewhere else. They're going to find somebody else who can treat them how they want to be treated. Whether that's, to you considered degrading, humiliating, disgusting, whatever, doesn't matter. This is how they want to be treated. Unfortunately, you can't do that. So what happens is your marriage is over. It doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter if you have a house. The way society is today, it is incredibly easy for women to live on their own, to raise kids on their own. And, I'll get people going, oh, how could you say women could be blah, 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 whatever. And the bottom line is that relationships like this will die. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. There's no way to change it. If you cannot find your submissive side, if you cannot be okay with being dominant, then you're toast. You might as well just give up. Now there is an alternative, which is to allow your partner on once or twice a month on weekends or a week out of the month or whatever to go and find someone who can fulfill these needs. There was a show on forget what channel called The Secret Lives of Women, and they dealt with this particular situation where it was a woman who was a submissive masochist who wanted and needed it. The husband couldn't provide it, so she found it through another man. The husband understands and is okay with her going off. To most men, that's not going to work. It's going to be emasculating. It becomes a cold relationship, and honestly, most men wouldn't stand for it. Here's my thing, and let's make it very, very simple. If your relationship's going this way, just accept it. If you love the person, let them go and do what they need to do. That or you're going to lose them. It's that simple. This life is a drug. It is as much of a drug as any other drug out there. It is a high that cannot be matched by any drug out there. To do what we do and be able to then hold and hug and kiss the other person afterwards is beyond description. To be able to do the things we do physically and mentally to another human being and then be able to be okay with it is something that you can't describe, you can't experience unless both people are into it, unless both people are enjoying it. And if your partner isn't into it and you're married to them, that relationship is going to be destroyed fast. So, just as I normally do, I'm still rambling, but that's what I got for now. Be well and safe.